Good morning, Canada. It is a Friday morning. Spring has sprung, and what a wild, wonderful week it has been here in this brand new home with a brand new co-host who already feels like my brother.
Yeah.
The team who has worked so hard and having to move from one building to another, worked tirelessly to put on a show. Give it up for yourselves, please. And Tim, how are you feeling? I started the show in a brown moose outfit, and I am ending it in a brown chocolate mousse outfit of the week. And I got to ask you, how are you feeling, my friend?
It has been, I said this earlier in the week, this has been just, it's like a pinch me moment. You know what I mean? Because I've worked so hard to get to this point, but to be able to spend the week doing what I love with a co-host like you that is such a pro. What you see at home and her loveliness and her kindness is what you see in real life, off camera. Everybody behind the scenes
Getting sweaty. We're terrible with compliments, but I feel the exact same way about you.
Adores her. You know what I mean? So it's just been everything.
That's an SNL reference. If the kids are like, ew, mommy, what's she doing? It's a skit from the olden days.
But it's, where was I?
Sorry. You know what? We're so bad because I'm going to do this to you.
I know.
This guy is as quirky and weird as I am, but I love you because you wear your heart on your sleeve.
Yes.
You are the same on air as you are off.
Right.
You're such a hard worker, so you hate it too now, see?
Let's move on. But here's what we're trying to do.
You guys are wonderful.
Yeah.
We are here to share joy. And I got to say, the reunions have been wonderful. The viewers at home have been wonderful. On the street have been wonderful. And we look forward to many more weeks of this. And every Friday, we're doing Feel Good Fridays. Cue graphic and props to the graphics peeps because these are next level. Do not fear because the Feel Good Friday is here every single day like a pep rally where we want to share some news that's going to make you feel good going into the day, into the weekend, and into life.
Yeah, baby!
So we're starting with Survey Says.
What do you got?
Well, there's a World Happiness Report. How apropos. And what it does every year is it looks at what are the most incredibly happy places in the world based on a bunch of things. So it turns out Finland taking top spot again. What are they doing right? Let's do what they're doing because they're always topping the list. Canada, however, has slipped. It's still pretty good considering. To 18th place, it's down 3 spots from 15. So listen, we could do better. There's still, it's still a good news story, but it has slipped a bit. The Western industrial countries are now less happy than they were between 2005 and 2010. So the criteria is based on things like having somebody to count on, GDP per capita, health life expectancy, freedom to make life choices, generosity, and perceptions of corruption. So we asked, you guys asked, actually, Tim, earlier on set, you asked on X, should Canada be higher than number 18 on the World Happiness Report? Well, results are in. 54% said yes, it should be higher on the World Happiness Report. 46% said no, it's almost split even, Steven.
Are you surprised?
Yeah.
A little bit. A little.
No, actually, the country is very divided right now.
I guess.
I guess it kind of is a reflection. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so too, because we're just going through a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But when you're going through stuff and you're trying to figure it out, there's better days ahead. And there's some better days ahead. And we should look to the Scandinavian countries. What are they doing? Because they're similar to us. You know what I mean? They have seasons like us. They have cold winters like us that we're always complaining about. But they're having a good time over there.
You're right. Finland, Switzerland, Norway, they always come. Belgium, they're always up on the top.
Denmark was up there. Iceland was up there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And for somebody that doesn't really like the cold, you know what I mean? They're doing something there. Well, a sauna really helps out. So they have all those.
Do you say sauna?
I think that's
the proper way.
Yeah.
You're
I
right.
know, I have a couple of Finnish friends, and it's like sauna.
Yes.
You like a sauna?
I do, but I get too hot, so I only last 60 seconds. I think you're supposed to be in there a few minutes
You're supposed to get a good sweat on.
So good for detoxing in your pores. But I will say, I feel that all of this talk of the tariffs and making, Canada 51st, I feel like as much as we might have been divided, I feel like the nation has never been more united and coming together. The States has always been known for having this national pride. And we sort of have lacked in that. And I feel like it's coming back stronger than ever. And if we keep this up next year, we're going to probably beat number 15. We might feel better. There's a lot of other indicators that we have to work on here, too.
Well, we got the big brother down south.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. When you have a big brother, you're always like looking up to that big brother. Or for us, we're looking down to the big brother because they're below us. And we focus so much on the States because we're connected to them so much. Hopefully now we can really start to do things in our daily lives, and when the political side too, when it comes to trade, even trading with the interprovincial, and just the push for Made in Canada, supporting Canada has really been there. So I think that's where we can really come together as a nation and go up those rankings.
We're going to go from as a nation to out of this world. We're talking ET, phone, home. This is apparently going to be an interesting take on what your chances are of being abducted.
Casino.ca did the math on the odds you have of being, abducted by aliens. The odds are this. It's kind of weird. 1 in 1,833.
Tim, that's high. I thought you were going to say 1 in like 5 billion. What?
Last year in the city of Toronto, there was reported 6 UFO sightings. That was in 2024. So to compare, 1 in just over 1,800.
That's high.
But how are you getting those stats?
I guess from the people who say that they have been.
So say that they have been.
Right.
Can we trust the people that have say they have been?
And why is there more and more being released now? Listen, I always say, I used to say, how are we the only things that exist? Blah, blah, blah. But in this day and age of technology, how are we not seeing more of this stuff than concrete and not like, is it AI? Is it something? Why? Why aren't we seeing more concrete things? So now I'm skeptical again.
So
why haven't they presented themselves more? 1 in 1,833? That's like pretty high. In comparison, you only have a 1 in 1,222,000 chance of being struck by lightning. By the way, my parents' house was struck by lightning. Fried the fridge, fried the lamp, fried the June bug nest in the chimney. And also, all the homes are the exact same height. Okay?
Why did pick their home?
Also, 1 in 662,000 chance of winning an Olympic medal.
That's a cool one. Oh,
1
I'm
in
interested in
11.5 million chance of being attacked by a shark.
1 in 1,800? I don't like that one.
For abductions. By the way, that should make you feel safer about swimming. Because 1 in 11.5 million chance of being attacked by a shark.
When you go in the water in the ocean, are you thinking about that?
Again, thanks to these clickbaity videos, whenever you see that shark in the shallow water, that thing gets millions of views, so then it makes you scared for a second. But you have to think, how often does that happen?
Right.
And how often does it actually attack somebody? Not. That's a good news story.
Steve-O, when you're swimming in the ocean, you worried about sharky sharks?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's true.
But you still go into the ocean. We've seen you do it a million times.
I like going into the ocean, but then when it gets a little too dark, which means it's very, very deep.
Yeah.
Oh, you were saying that yesterday.
Yeah,
That's one of your
man.
fears.
I'm like, I'll paddleboard, do some stuff, and then when I can't see the bottom, I'm like,
Yeah.
Or, I don't know if you ever paddleboard, I've been fortunate enough to do this, and the water is very clear, and you can see the things swimming around. I'm like, I better not fall. You're like,
Devo shark. Devo shark. Da, da. Okay.